All right, welcome everybody. Today's video, we are over here in Phuket. And as you can see right here next to me is a buffalo. And on the other side is a statue of a little boy. And I'll explain what that is all about here in a little bit. Anyway, we're gonna check out something that's pretty interesting to me. We're gonna check out one of the oldest temples here in Phuket, Wat Phra Thong. And well, there's supposed to be a museum and some other stuff that we should be able to see. So let me walk around and show you things, and I'll explain the meaning of the buffalo and the little boy. Okay, so this temple is roughly 240, 250 years old or so. And it has quite a bit of stuff to it. Over there is the museum. And this is the old ordination hall. That's got the main thing that I'm going to come here to show you. And then over here is the Wehan. And then up here is the moondrop. And it should have some deceased monks in it. So let's take a look at this really quick. It looks like in here they have a coffin. And then they have some pictures of some of the monks that were the abbots here. Kind of a simple little shrine for them. Okay, let's walk over there and I'll tell you the story about this temple. Okay, so I thought this was a Wehan, but it's actually an ordination hall. And I'm not sure, it looks like it's locked up. But this is the main building that we want to see. And this is really cool. It's quite a bit different styling than you'll see around Bangkok. The columns are different, the artwork above the windows and everything are different. Now this was originally called Phra Thong, I believe, which means emerging Buddha. And the reason why is it goes back to an old story. Now this is not anything that's been written down, it was all oral tradition coming from the Thais and the Chinese that lived in this area. Now the story goes way back. The significance of that little buffalo and the little boy is, I guess the boy was out here with his buffalo and he tied the buffalo off on what he thought was a little tree. And he went back to home and left the buffalo out in the field, and the buffalo was out there to eat and graze. The little boy got sick that night and died. So the boy's father went out to find what happened, and he goes out there, finds the buffalo that was tied off to the tree, and it's dead. So he starts digging around and he finds that it's the top of a Buddha, and it's this right here. Now the villagers came out to see it, and they tried to uncover the Buddha, and they got down to like its face, and a bunch of wasps came out and attacked them and killed off a bunch of them. And so they stopped digging, so they left it alone. And they covered it in limestone because it was like gold and very beautiful, so they covered it up. And then years later, when the Burmese came, they tried to take over this area, and they were attacking Thalang. And they found this Buddha, and they decided they were going to dig it up and take it back to Burma. And whenever they were trying to do it, ants came out of the soil, little tiny ants, and it attacked all the Burmese diggers, and they got a disease they could not cure, and so they all died. So they decided to, well, and then the leader of Nakhon Si Thammarat came over and chased the Burmese away, and then a traveling monk came over, and he saw this Buddha, and he thought that it was gold, so that thieves would try to steal it. So he talked the locals into building this temple over the top of it. So that is the story of this, and it is so unique. Look at this, it's buried halfway in the ground. Now they say this Buddha originally came from Shanghai. It was one of 3 that was constructed in Shanghai, and it was brought by ship over here, and the ship crashed, and that's how the Buddha got stuck in the mud. A couple other stories, probably like a canal washed over, flooded this area, so that could be it. But they think it was one of 3 that came from Shanghai, and then it has that little story associated with it. And so you see they have some other little replicas here, half Buddhas, and some other Buddhas that people come over and stick the gold leaf on and stuff. But this is quite cool. The story behind it is pretty interesting. It's kind of fun to hear. And it's a Buddha you don't see up on the pedestal. It's just still stuck down in the ground. And they built the whole temple around it and everything. Now, one of these stones over here, I think these are, oh, this might be the relic. Yeah, this looks like a relic that they have in here that they've put the gold leaf on. They have the little moon drop, and they have the reclining Buddha here with the gold leaf. But kind of a cool little Buddha. It's different. The styling is a little bit different. Pretty neat. I've never seen a Buddha half stuck in the ground before. So this is it. Now here is the new ordination hall. And it's locked up. I guess it's only open like early in the morning for the monks. They come over and do a ceremony inside of there. And you can see the styling is quite a bit different from that one to the old one. Yeah, the old one is quite cool. Now the name of this temple was changed when King Rama VI, who at the time was the crown prince, he came here in like 1901 or somewhere in there. I could be wrong on the date. I'll try to put it in the video description. But he's the one that changed the name to Wat Phra Thong. He's the one that named it from the old like emerging Buddha to the new name. And since it's a working temple, you got the monks that are doing some stuff. Yeah, that building was pretty neat to see. We'll go over and look at the museum now. This temple here is not too far from the airport. So it's also something that's nice to do on a rainy day. It's been raining pretty hard in Phuket, so you can't really go to the beach and hang out, enjoy, so you might as well come over and see something a little bit different. So let's go into the museum and see how it looks. This is right below the museum. They have the hall set up down here for all the ceremonies. Looks like they're just finishing up something that the monks were doing. Over there is where the monks would sit. All right, let's go upstairs. Well, it says that it's open, but the museum is locked up, and the lady that works here said that it's closed today, so we won't be able to go in there and see. And they have kind of randomly have some cannons over here next to the Brahma. Maybe the cannons are symbolizing, or they were the ones that they used to fight off the Burmese, the leader of Thalang area. All right, guys, that's going to finish up our video. It's kind of a bummer that we can't get up there in the museum. I guess there's supposed to be a lot of the like old mining artifacts and stuff like that that have been donated to the temple over the years. Also some like old raincoats made out of like the raw rubber from the Chinese. I don't know. That's what one of the ladies said. But we can't get up there and look around in the museum, so we won't know. Maybe somebody else that's been in there can tell me what the museum looked like. Leave me a comment down below. Yeah, this temple is pretty neat. I like the Buddha that's kind of buried halfway in the ground. Now they said that it's a replica. There was a smaller one that was there before, and they replaced it like 100 years ago with the bigger one. So I don't know. That's kind of an interesting thing. I've never seen a temple like that before. The building itself was pretty cool. I enjoyed looking at that. It was quite a bit different. The styling here is different than what you see around Bangkok, and I like that. So anyway, guys, if this is your first time to my channel, this is the kind of videos I do. I do this open narrative format. I just tell you, I walk around, show you what I see, and tell you what I know. And hopefully you like that. If you do, stick around, subscribe, leave me a comment, smash the like button if you would like. Tell me what you think of the video. Tell me if you want me to go see something different, or if you have any questions, ask me in a comment, and I'll do my best to answer them. So until next time, from over here at Phra Thong in Phuket, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.